This is a question from Pre-Calculus 20 where we have to, in order to do this question, we need to draw a triangle. Now what makes it difficult for a lot of people is the directions are given in a different way than it would normally be given. So it says the heading or the bearing is 128 degrees in this case. And then from there, we have to figure out, well, how far did they actually go? So if you went 15 kilometers per hour for 3 hours, to figure out how far you went, of course, it would be 15 plus 15 plus 15, or 15 times 3 is 45 kilometers. And then we would go for another hour and 20 minutes at 12 kilometers per hour. So we'd have to figure out how far that is. So to do this, we have to draw our diagram. So the first thing to understand is, what does 128 degrees mean? So we're used to seeing north, east, south, and west in this format. And the way how it changes with heading is, instead of having north, east, south, and west, we have degrees. So north is 0 degrees. And as you rotate clockwise, 90 degrees is where east is, 180 is south, 270 is west. So in this question, where we're asked 128 degrees, that would be somewhere, about there. So how do we draw this? So we have a ship with a bearing of 128 degrees. So let's just use blue here for this. So this blue distance is 15 kilometers per hour times 3 hours will give us 45 kilometers. Now at the same time, I can figure out what this next one is, 1 hour and 20 minutes at 12 kilometers per hour. So the problem with 1 hour and 20 minutes is it's not all in hours. We have to convert it all into hours because we are going at 12 kilometers per hour. Now if we think about what 20 minutes is, 20 minutes, what part of an hour is that? 20 over 60 would be 1/3. So we have 1 and 1/3 hours. So in 1 hour, we have 12 kilometers. In the other third of an hour, we'd have 1/3 times 12, which is 4. So 4 plus 12 is 16. So again, that's a little tricky spot with this. Now let's draw our line. So we have 128 degrees. So 128, so from going from here to here is 90. We have to go a little bit further than that, another 38 degrees to get to this line. Now this line represents 45 kilometers. And now from that, we need to have another set of crosshairs, because we're going to go for another direction. In this case, we're going due south, I think. Let's see. Yes, directly south. And that distance is 16 kilometers. So comparing that to the 45 kilometers, it's going to be quite a bit shorter than that. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it should be south. So I'll try to do better than that. Something like that. Might be 16. And now we want to find out how far are you from your starting point. So we do know a few things here. We do know what this angle is where we change direction. So this right here would be the same angle as this angle. It would be 128 degrees. And because we know two sides and the angle in between them, then we have enough information to find out what, I'm going to call this R for resultant distance. We know how far, we can find out what the distance is for R by using the information that's given in the question. Now the question actually asks here, what is the minimum speed the boat will have to drive in order to arrive? So we know this time, so once we find out what this R equals, we would divide it by the time, and that would give us the speed in order to finish this question off. Give that a try. If you have any questions, please contact your teacher.